And good morning. Welcome to Timeless Personal Growth and Development. Today we're talking about loneliness. Why are you lonely? Why are we all lonely? Why do we get lonely? And how to get past it. I think we live in a world now where loneliness is, well, ironically, we've been more connected into our world, more connected to each other than ever before in human history, but we're still lonely. Human beings are look at it, the stats show, statistically speaking, we are at our loneliest time in human history, and we are the most connected to each other than we've ever been in human history, which is weird. Strange, right? We think we're connected all the time, that we'd feel less lonely, or the fact that loneliness wouldn't be an issue, the fact that we're always connected to each other. Well, there's some issues with that. One, you don't need to be connected to someone all the time. And the fact we're on our phones, we're always engaged with someone, we're always talking to someone, even when we're at home. By ourselves, living in your house or in your apartment by yourself and watching TV, but you're still texting someone. We can be physically alone but still connected. But that's what issue, and that's what causes loneliness, is we don't have the incentive to actually go out and actually build a real one-on-one, in-person human connection. Why would I when I can just sit on my couch and be on my phone and, text a million friends? Where, before we had our phones, we'd actually have to go out and make an actual connection with a human being. So that's part of the issue that generates loneliness, is our technology. Take our technology away, we need to go out there and socialize. We are human beings. We need to socialize. We need to talk to other people. We need that. We are social creatures. We need to talk to people. And our phones and our social media and our technology take the incentive away to go out there and actually build a real human connection. That's the issue. If you're logging into online dating and building a connection with a man or a woman online, that's not a real connection. That's not. Having a long-term relationship, long-distance relationship with someone, that's not a relationship. To have a real connection, a real relationship with someone, you need to be physically in person. A long-distance relationship is not a relationship. And technology is a part that contributes to the issue of loneliness. The second part is our culture. Where having some sort of mental illness or having some sort of problem in our lives becomes a badge of honor. And I'll give you an example. Maybe 10, 11, 12 years ago, I was living on my own by myself, probably like 24, 25, 26, and living in a little apartment by myself, and yeah, that was the most lonely time in my life, where I would go to work and do the bare minimum. Completely 100%, I would do the bare minimum. And bare minimum to survive and just pay my bills. And yeah, my days and my weekends consisted of just the same thing, of just junk food, alcohol, video games. That's it. I would have a friend or two come over every once in a while, but never really building a social group, never really getting out there. And maybe at the time, At the time, you look at it and you'll think to yourself like, "Oh yeah, I'm fine. Oh yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine. I don't. Yeah, I'm a loner. I'm a lone wolf. I don't like people." You know, and labeling yourself as like a lone wolf, and I don't like people, and it's like there's some sort of badge of honor or righteousness that goes into that, and it's not. It's silly. No, you're not a lone wolf. You're not a cool loner. You're not. You need to talk to people, and you need a social life. You need a social circle of good, awesome friends who contribute a lot of value to your life, and you need that. Having some sort of loneliness or having some sort of mental issue or mental health issue, it's not, don't use that as a badge of honor. It doesn't make you interesting just because you've had a lot of issues. I used to have that mentality, I used to think like that all the time, is that, well, if I just had some sort of mental health issue, that would make me an interesting person and people would want to be around me more. No. But the idea of just like loneliness and mental health and having, mental health awareness is drilled and pounded into our brains for so long. Like, we know there's a mental health issue. But like, why is loneliness such a big thing? Why do we have such big mental health issues? Why? Why is it such a problem now? We have everything at our disposal. We don't have to work for anything. We just order food from our goddamn phones. Everything's easy. Everything's at our disposal. Why is there so much loneliness, and why do we have trouble building actual connections with people? It's because everything's so easy. Because we don't have to work for anything. Because we get easy sources of dopamine over and over and over again. Through video games, through TV, movies, phones, like, instead of getting actual real dopamine, a real reward for what we do. Going out there and working out and putting in a strong physical effort for an hour and then feeling really great about yourself, and that's a real mental reward that makes you feel, oh, you feel good, and it makes you want to get out more, makes you want to socialize more, makes you feel good about yourself. When I was younger, I would always base my weeks around, can't wait to get to the weekend. Why? So I can sit and play video games all weekend, because that was fun, right? It's not. It's nothing. There's nothing fun about it. There's nothing enjoyable about it. You sit on your ass and you sit in front of the screen all weekend, from Friday night to Sunday night. You tell me how you feel about yourself by Sunday night. You feel good? No, you feel crappy. I always feel crappy. But you go out, get up early on the weekend, go work out, eat healthy, go spend some time with friends, and then on the Sunday night you come back to yourself and you think to yourself, wow, that was great, that was awesome, I feel really good about myself. When things go wrong in our lives, when things don't go according to our plan or don't go the way we want them, we withdraw into ourselves. That's what I did years ago. When things didn't go according to plan, I was always so sensitive when bad things would come my way. When something really upset me, I'm just going to go hide in my apartment and hide into my fortress of solitude by myself, and I could just brood and be grumpy and just sulk by myself for a weekend. And how do you feel about yourself at the end of that weekend? You don't feel very good. And how are you going to kick yourself out of loneliness and get better and improve yourself? Stop thinking that loneliness is a good thing. Yeah, I thrive on misery. I thrive in loneliness. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're a human being. We're also human beings. We are social beings, and we need social connections with people. In prisoners of war, when they capture prisoners of war, the number one tool of torture for those POWs, what would it be? Social isolation is the biggest tool they would use to torture POWs. Isolation. You have so many mental health problems in the last 2 years. Why? Because we've been isolated. Because of the pandemic and because of the silly lockdowns, we were isolated, socially isolated from our friends, from our family, and that's what causes the big mental health issue, is that isolation. And and then some people would say like, well, I'm an introvert. I like being alone. That's true. I'm an introvert too. I do require some alone time, but I still am a human being. And I still require socialization with others. But it needs to be positive. I need to surround myself with positive people and to spend my time with people. And if for someone that you feel like you lack certain social skills to develop that circle of friends and develop that social circle, you got to take risks. Yeah, maybe you have a bit of a social anxiety. Maybe you feel like you're too much of an introvert. One, start changing how you think about yourself. Like, oh, I'm an introvert, I'm a lone wolf. Get out of that mentality and realize that you're a human being and you need socialization for your mental health. You need a good group of friends. And if you're uncomfortable going out there and connecting with other people, new people, making new friends, you got to take that risk. It's going to be a little uncomfortable at first, but you got to go out there and take a risk. Life is always about taking a risk, because you'll never know what could be or what could happen if you don't get off your couch and actually take that risk. Because if you don't take that risk, oh yeah, maybe nothing bad will happen to you. Sure, nothing good will come to you either. So remember that, and you need to take that risk to get yourself out of that loneliness. Remember that. And on that note, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you like this video, do me a big favor and like, subscribe, Timeless Personal Growth and Development. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one.